How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are talking about a movie that I watched while I was a bit older. I didn't watch it immediately when it came out, and that's like kind of sad, but I understand why I watched it when I was a bit older. And it's because the message of this movie might be a bit too gruesome for a few viewers, and so obviously, if you've seen by the title, I am talking about this movie. This painting represents the movie. Yes, I am talking about the movie Joker. It is, for me, it is not a accurate representation to what the Joker is and who the Joker is. It goes a lot into his psychology, and it makes people feel sympathetic for him. And yes, although I feel like it is an amazing movie, obviously the Oscar speaks for itself, but I do feel like the movie could have, I feel like it played off of the name The Joker a bit too much. And I just want to go a bit into what I think about the movie. Obviously, spoiler warning is ahead, so let's get into it. If you've seen the movie, then you know that the movie follows a younger Bruce. Well, it doesn't really follow him, but it shows a younger Bruce Wayne with his parents, Thomas and Martha Wayne, still alive until the very end. You have a younger Alfred, and then you have a Arthur Fleck that doesn't really know where he fits in society. And that's kind of where the movie goes. It starts talking about all these different kinds of mental health issues that Arthur Fleck encounters, like schizophrenia and a lot of different ones that I do hope to one day make a video where I talk about them and I talk about the psychology of this character, because he is a lot different to a lot of what other Joker iterations are. This character actually gets a lot of sympathy from the fans instead of getting a lot of hate. And not really hate, but a lot of people think that the Joker is cool because he's so crazy and he does all this outrageous shit. But in reality, he is an insane dude that is actually a really bad dude. He is basically, he is a terrorist. And that is something that I feel like it wasn't really explored too much in the movie, because a lot of people were so stuck up on feeling bad for him, how society has wronged him. He grew up in a poor family, and he grew up being wronged by the rich just to get richer and make the poor poor. And so you really do start to understand his motivations. And as a movie not trying to be a origin story for the Joker, I think that this movie does great. And maybe it's some different universe where it's a different style, where I really do like this style of the Joker. It's a really good down-to-earth type of Joker. And it really does explore a lot of what the problems he has are. And at the end, when he goes to hurt himself on live TV and ends up killing Murray, he talks a lot about how society has crossed him and how society has failed him. And I just think that it's a very interesting way to look at it. Just because obviously the Murray doesn't even know what's going on, because he's rich, he owns a talk show, and he does all these big things. And this guy, he's poor and only got seen because he killed 3 rich kids, which is where the whole outrage of the whole movie begins, and why people of the movie start revolting, and why he becomes the icon that he does in these people. But the reason why this movie gets so stuck on me is because the Joker isn't supposed to be someone that gets followed by everybody. He's supposed to be someone that has his henchmen and fights Batman and does all of these things. But in this movie, he becomes more of a symbol, and he becomes more of an icon for the people that are at rock bottom to follow. And he kind of becomes an anti-hero in a way. He's not a good guy. It's definitely not a good guy. If you killed 3 civilians, you aren't a good guy, but he is an anti-hero in the sense that he's trying to go against societal norms, and he's trying to go against what society has imposed on him. And he's going obviously against Thomas Wayne, against Murray. The characterization of Arthur Fleck is just impeccable. Honestly, you see the movie and you see Arthur Fleck and you see Joaquin Phoenix's performance in this movie, and it is really something to be proud of. Honestly, the way that he acted in this movie was just fantastic. And the way that it didn't look like Joaquin Phoenix. I was honestly the role suited him perfectly, and a lot of people weren't very sure seeing Joaquin Phoenix fitting the role, but he slimmed down way too slim, and he played the role perfectly. And the story, although it is a very messed up one, I do feel like it is a very interesting movie to tell, and it's a very interesting story to tell. And it's a story that I really liked. It was a very interesting movie. Like I said, I thought it was a good movie. If it was just like a standalone movie talking about those things, but it became like a Joker movie trying to add Thomas Wayne, Martha Wayne, and Batman and Bruce Wayne. Like it's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't feel like a Batman or a Gotham movie. It feels more of a societal movie and something that tries to go like hit society. And I think that that's like where the movie really like lacks for me. Not because of its messages. I'm not going against like what the movie actually says and all these different things. I'm just going against the fact that they call this the Joker, and the only reason why it's the Joker is because he dresses up as a clown, and because there are mentions of Thomas Wayne, Martha Wayne, Alfred, and they show them, and like they are really important to the story. But I don't feel like this is a Joker that you could put up against Batman, like in a few years, just because the Batman that this Joker would be around 50 by the time that Bruce Wayne actually becomes Prime Batman. And we also have the issue that you have a Joker that gets supported by like most of the public. Like he has a lot of support from a lot of the public. And I don't think that that's accurate to say in a way. And so that's just where I get lost a bit in the movie. But the movie itself is a really good movie. It's a really good watch. It's a very philosophical watch, if I say it in that way. The movie is very philosophical, and there's going to be a second movie, which I can't wait to see. Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn has my doubts, but hopefully she does a really good role, and I believe that Todd Phillips will make this movie great because he made the first movie great. Let's just see where this goes. I personally really love this movie. I give it a 9 out of 10. Amazing acting, amazing story. It was all there. It's just the name of the movie kind of threw me off. It would be a bit higher, but the name does throw me off enough to the point where I have to bump it down a bit just because it's trying to ride on the Batman name, I feel like. And obviously it is trying to become a Batman story, but I just don't see how this can become a Batman story. And I understand that it's not a Batman story. It's a Joker story. And a lot of you guys in the comments will say that. But you can't deny the fact that Batman will be in there somewhere and is canon to it somewhere. And that's just the place that I don't see it. But maybe Todd Phillips ends up convincing me with the next movie. I cannot wait to see it. But we are going through a writer's strike. So, we haven't really seen that much promotional footage from the movie. And there's just a lot like that's having delays. And hopefully we get to see this movie soon. But if not, I will be recurring this movie later on when I do have when we have a bit more when we have a bit more to actually talk about this movie. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I know that it's a bit of a weirder video since I didn't go too much in depth to the movie because I feel like the movie is pretty self-explanatory. If you've watched it, you know that the movie the track that the movie follows. I wanted to highlight more the problems that I had with it and the good that I had with it. The movie's great, 100% recommend. And if you guys agree, then you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, hitting the like button, commenting down below what you guys think about this review, what movies you guys would like me to review. If you watched all the way until the end, why not do those things? It doesn't really take that much time. And the only thing that you would have to do to actually subscribe is log into your account. It's free. Why wouldn't you do something that's free? I don't know. Why aren't you doing it yet? I see that you're not clicking the button yet. I'm just kidding. You probably already clicked it. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I enjoy making all these videos. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.